This is what the top of the roof looks like up close. And we can't start because of all this dew on the roof, or condensation. But I wanted to kind of give a close-up of this GAF felt buster roof underlayment. It's kind of like those Tyvek envelopes like FedEx has in those places that you can't tear it. We just used regular staples, and this has already survived winds that were easily over 25 miles an hour, and it's all still up here. And then another thing I wanted to show is whenever I put a metal roof on, obviously I put the little fascia piece on first, but then you can see this blue string that I've got strung out all the way across. And because it's in the shade, it might be kind of hard to see. But the reason that I run a string from one rake rafter to the other, all the way to the other end of the house, is so that this, the roofing tin will end at the string. It's an 1.5 inch overhang that I gave it. And it doesn't matter how hard you work at making this perfect, it's not always going to be perfect. You're going to have some that stick out a little bit further than others. Even though we ran a string when we initially set it up, I ran a string down here to make sure that everything ended properly. And even as careful as you are, you always have to keep massaging it as you go through. So I put this string out, and we bring the roofing right to the edge of the string. And then whatever might be off on the roof going up on the side, we just have to make sure that we eat that much with the trim that's going to go on this edge here. So whenever I put the tin on, that way there's not any of those jagged edges that you see a lot of times, especially when people do it themselves. Okay, this shows a pretty good representation. This is what we did yesterday. And you can see there's no jagged edges on this metal roof at all, where they're staggered when they're going up like they are in a lot of cases. That's because I ran that string from this corner all the way down to that corner down there. And all these sheets ended up perfectly straight. And you can see going up the side of the roof, you can see there that that first sheet we put up even ended up being just practically perfect with the roof edge there. And we were off on the other end by about 1/4 inch. And you can't really tell that it's even 1/4 inch off up there. But, and I don't even remember if it's the top or the bottom. I think it's the bottom is 1/4 inch wider than the top. So, to me, that's a really good roofing job. And that's probably the best roofing job I've ever done. And I attribute that to having a really square house and using that string method.
I'm free and it feels like my heart's exploding, like I could touch the sky. All the plans that I have made finally become real.
these nails for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I want to bring my rake from the chicken
On
coop
that one? Oh, you
to start leveling the ground. If we walk around, we're not walking in those divots. And
did. Okay.
stuff. You're welcome. You done with both of these?
Yes.
Okay. Burn out the table in the garage.
Alright. That string is coming in, I think, underneath that board, and it needs to come out in front of it, mister. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Well, I ain't on the top yet.
It doesn't, no, it comes out the front, not the top.
Hey, is that the power ladder we have right now? That one?
Yeah, and we're going to be using it extensively.
Isn't there a silver one that goes up pretty tall?
In the back of my truck, there's the extension ladder.
Do you want to try to staple this wrap up in between trying to help you guys?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay.
I
And I'll
can't
set
get
it
it
for
to
that.
lock in there.
Okay, give it to Darylyn. She can do it.
Oh no, don't do that. He'll take it.
I can't.
I think he wants a small one, right?
Yeah.
It
Where do
don't
you
go
want
in-
this one at?
It won't go in that coupler, huh? Well, first, ask.
Yeah, just put it back in the brown copper can. Get the bit from Chris. Get the bit from Chris.
What bit?
The one he's got.
I ain't got none.
Where's the Phillips bit that was in
It's
the
on
end
the
of it?
trailer there by my bag.
So put the Phillips bit back in this coupler
Yeah,
and then put it back in the brown.
yeah.
Where is the brown? On the table or in Curly?
It's on that table thing in there. Here you go, mister. Now, what do you think? Perfecto. All right. And these are we're already going the correct direction. That's wonderful. Yeah. We gotta find something to separate them with. All right. Go ahead and grab it and let's take it off the trailer so we don't scratch the ones that are below it. Got that?
Yep.
Hold on, Griff. What it's got to do, it has to go right to the edge of the inside of that tube before, and it has to go to the line but not quite touching the line. See how you got it on top of the tube before?
Yeah.
It needs to be inside the tube before.
In here.
Yep.
I'm inside of it.
Alright. Now, which way do I need to move it to make it even with the string all the way across? And it's got to be perfect.
Push it to your straight out. Oh.
Well.
Now, do you want it touching this thing?
Just almost. But if it touches the string, it might make the string off. So, as close as you can without touching it.
Well, I'd say that's probably...
Okay, is it straight all the way across?
Looks like it to me.
Okay, because if you're off just a fraction, by the time we get to the other end, it'll be way the hell off.
I got prior experience, mister.
Alright.
You come and look at this and see what you think.
Alright.
I mean, I got calibrated eyeballs, but they ain't that calibrated.
If that looks good to you?
It looks good to me.
Because it looks to me like this side is a little higher up than that side. But you're looking at a different angle than I am.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking straight down at it.
Okay, and it's the same all the way everywhere?
It looks like it to me.
Alright, let's screw it down. Hey babe,
Yeah.
I need the tape measure. Would you hand it? Well, you're right in the middle of that though.
That's alright. You're in the middle of something too. I told you I would do this in between helping you.
Okay.
Where's
We
the
need
tape
the
measure
tape
at?
measure so I can measure
Where's
this.
it at?
Right here.
It's on the trailer.
you know we only have till about noon to work today before the wind goes?
Yeah. I knew that.
You did? You're a
Yep.
smart
Steve
fellow.
told me yesterday.
Hey, honey, this looks pretty good.
What? The,
My piece that I cut.
I'm sure it does. I have no doubts.
Oh,
You can hand that back to her.
I just say I'm afraid of heights, and I cannot believe I'm doing this way up on this ladder.
Good there?
Yikes!
Yeah, it did crinkle it a little bit, but we'll put it on the other side and nobody will notice it.